save your life. And every night I will be with you. 'Cause every night I still lay you in that dream of the next solution. 'Cause every night I will make it right. And every night I will come to you. But every night it just stays the same in my dream of the next solution.
Welcome again, everyone. The Starlight Let's Player is here, and ladies and gentlemen, the longer-awaited playthrough has finally come. I've been teasing this playthrough for a bit. I've been waiting for the right time to actually do this Let's Play, and seeing this is Halloween month, I figured now's the right time to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my Let's Play of Skullgirls Second Encore. Except, as you can tell by the title, I'm doing this uncensored, and I'll explain why I'm doing this uncensored, but yeah. Skullgirls is a game, it's a fighting game, and it came out in 2012, which was over a decade ago. So, yeah, this game pretty much had a lot of re-releases. Not a lot, but like pretty much 2 re-releases. And the reasons behind that, this game is pretty much controversial for many different reasons, from the amounts of censorship to the amounts of controversies, well, resolving the developers as well as the publishers as well. So yeah, this game has a lot of setbacks, and it had a very dark past, honestly, because a lot of shit pretty much happened when it came to this game, and there was a lot of shit that went down to the point where this game pretty much was on the verge of decline, but surprisingly it was able to survive, all thanks to the smart moves that the now new developers were able to pull. But yeah, Skullgirls pretty much had a rocky past, and there's a lot to unpack. And there's a lot of things I want to explain. So I'll try and relay all the information that I can possibly can. But yeah, as you can tell, this is the current version, Skullgirls Second Encore. The original version came out in 2012. But the game was re-released in 2014, known as Skullgirls Encore, and then when the game finally came out on the PlayStation 4, that's when it was renamed as Skullgirls Second Encore. So yeah, this game had like 2 re-releases. So yeah, you gotta keep that in mind, and it's all due to a lot of shit that's been going on. Now, I'm gonna be doing the story mode, of course, and of course I'm gonna be doing the story mode on normal difficulty because I pretty much completed the games on very easy just to get used to the game's mechanics, to get used to the combos and everything. So I'm pretty much, I would say I am not a pro at Skullgirls, but I am very good at it. So we're starting off with Filia's story.
We here. Let's say buy you a real drink, sister.
We've already got a drink, thanks.
That's quite the deep voice you got there, little lady. But it's cool.
That's it. You had a chance to walk away.
A parasite?
You've got to stop doing that. You're drawing too much attention to us.
That creep was asking for it. No one lays a hand on my host. No one.
I know you mean well, but I can take care of myself.
Anyway, where to next?
We need leads on the Skullheart. I've got to wish my memories back.
It's definitely a new meridian. I can feel it. With all these Skullgirl rumors floating around, I bet we can find a lead just by looking for trouble.
Fine, we'll do it your way.
So yeah, the first character that I'm actually starting off with is of course Filia. She's pretty much the poster girl of Skullgirls. and she's actually part of a family known as the Medicis. So she has a deep past. She has a deep past going on. So I'll try and delay as much information as I possibly can. But basically, she was just a normal girl with blonde hair. But that is when she had a parasite. That's when she had a parasite fusion with her hair in order to save her life. And it was all, and yeah, her hair pretty much went from blonde to black. And now she has a parasite known as Samson. And together they are now a fighting duo. So pretty much every girl in this game, well, almost every girl, I would say, pretty much every single character in this game has a parasite. Almost every single character. They each have a parasite that can help them fight. That can be able to help them fight their battles, as well as, you know, as well as defending themselves as well. And seeing that Filia now has a parasite, because she also lost her memories. So now she's on a quest to find a skull heart, which will then be able to help her, which will be able to let her make a wish. However, the drawback with the skull heart is the fact that if you have any sort of impurity in your heart, the skull heart will turn you into a Skullgirl, which we will see at the end of this playthrough. But yeah, Filia pretty much has a lot going on. She has a lot going on with her past. And yeah. And as for her voice actress, she's voiced by Christine Marie Cavanos. If you haven't heard of her, she's basically the voice of Nepgear from the Neptunia series. She's also the voice of Amity from the Puyo Puyo series as well. So yeah, just want to give that out of the way.
Get ready, Filia. I don't think we can get away from that thing.
Ready, Samson. But why does it know me?
So now we're gonna fight against Painwheel, and keep this character in mind as we continue on with this story. Yes, each character has their own personal stories. So I guess I should probably explain why I say uncensored in this playthrough. So basically, months ago, Hidden Variable pretty much made a forum post announcing that they would make some changes to the game, and you should probably know these changes by now. I made a video months ago talking about this situation, but basically they pretty much just started to censor and take out certain things that they felt problematic, one of which being the sexual content, that i.e. the panty shots with Filia, as well as the scenes at the beginning of Filia's story mode. So yeah, I explained everything in that video, which you should check in the top right corner.
Let's get out of here before that thing wakes up.
Samson, who was I? Why does this poor girl know me?
I don't know. It's clearly insane. I wouldn't worry about it. Damn it, she's getting up. We need to get out of here.
Filia, it's me, Carol.
Carol? Carol, is that really you? Wait, Carol! Don't go! She's gone.
Just great. No talking you out of this now, huh?
Sorry, Samson, but I need answers. We're going to follow her.
So yeah, that girl we just fought, her name is actually Painwheel. Yeah, and she and Filia pretty much has a past together, basically. But I'll explain more once we talk about once we get to Painwheel story mode. But yeah, Filia, as I said before, Filia is actually a Medici, and let's just say the Skullgirl that will face off later, she has a pure hatred towards the Medicis, and yeah. But yeah, going back on the censorship thing, yeah, they had to. They figured that they should censor certain things that felt that they felt were a bit problematic, which was ridiculous considering that.
Another failed experiment. Time to shut you down, Painwheel.
Leave her alone!
Filia, you remember me.
The amnesiac finally rears her pretty heads. What should we do, Double?
The Skull Heart can answer all of your questions, dear Filia. Who you are, why you're here, what you're running from. It can do that and so much more. Anything you desire.
The Skull Heart? Here?
Indeed, the Skullgirl herself awaits below. But only if you prove yourself worthy.
Okay, now we're fighting up against now we're doing a 1v2 here. So for this game mechanic, you basically you'll have the ability to choose either to fight with one character or fight in a team of 3. Or you can fight in a team of 2 as well. But if you fight with one character, you'll have more health. But if you fight with 3 different characters, then they'll split the health. So it's pretty much of a tag team type of thing. And for this fight's case, I will say this was got a bit annoying to the point where I actually died on this fight the first time. And I'm talking about for this playthrough in general. Because think about it, you're fighting against 2 people at the same time, and Double just likes to spam some of the goddamn moves sometimes. Mainly the napalm shots when she turns into Parasol. That can get real annoying a lot of the times. Like you can just see how much I'm struggling with against Double. Like if it was against Valentine, which is my favorite character by the way. If it was against Valentine, I had no issues. But goddamn, hey. Yeah, this fight was annoying, so I had to try again. Keep in mind, this game has 6 difficulties you can choose from, and like I said, I'm going for normal difficulty. You can go for very easy if you want to. It doesn't really matter which difficulty you choose. It all depends on which one you actually would prefer. So if you're just one of the casuals who just want to get through the story mode, I say go for the easy or very easy difficulties. But if you want a bit of a challenge, I say go with normal or higher. But yeah, Filia was just a normal girl, and before she lost her memories, she was just a regular teenager. Again, with blonde hair, she was quite sassy, shallow, and a bit smart as well. But despite her jabs against Samson's appearance, she was still nice enough to let him stay. And yeah, the girl, and also she had a best friend named Carol, and basically she was actually kidnapped. She was kidnapped by Valentine, and along with another character. But I'll talk about him once we get to Painwheel's story mode. But yeah, Carol was kidnapped and turned into Painwheel, and because of this, she wants revenge. Kind of it's almost similar to how E123 Omega was portrayed in Sonic Heroes, only except he wasn't really kidnapped or corrupted. He was created by Dr. Eggman, but he was later shut down and was thrown into he was shut down and he was thrown into a chamber for a long time. But when he was finally released by Rouge, that's when that's when E123 Omega wanted revenge.
Real team. Even so, I ain't so sure we stand a chance against her.
We've got to try, Samson. I need answers, and this is the only way. Filia, we meet again. But why? We've met before? Tell me, Skullgirl. Who am I? I only know one thing about you, Filia, and it is the only thing I need to know. Medici blood flows through your veins. The blood I have sworn to spill.
Okay, so it doesn't really matter which character you choose, it will always end with the final fight against Marie. Well, for most characters, by the way. Marie is pretty much the final boss of the game, but she will soon be a playable character in 2024. So, Marie pretty much has 3 different phases. The first phase isn't all too bad. You're basically just keeping attacking her, while you have to dodge those skeleton balls, those skeletons that she throws. But the second phase is way more challenging. So as you can see, there's the shadow figure that is right behind Marie. A lot of the times, that shadow figure will attack you, either from behind or from the front, just like that, from behind. He'll also attack from above, or from below. Yes, he'll attack from below. So my strategy is to try and at least throw a few attacks, while also avoiding his attacks as well. You can back up in order to block certain attacks as well. So that's a good strategy I would recommend doing as well. But yeah, it can get this fight against Marie can get challenging. And there's also a mode called Marie 300. In that mode, pretty much Marie's power is ridiculously strong. You only play as Squiggly in that fight, by the way. So, yeah, you better make sure you have your A game. I personally haven't beaten Marie 300, but, you know, maybe one day I might try it.
Well, this is it, kid. What you gonna wish for?
I need to make this wish count. I know enough about myself now to know that memories don't matter. What's done is done, and it's time to move on. But Carol, what happened to her is my fault, isn't it? Even if I can't remember it. So... Skullheart! I wish for Painwheel to have a normal life again!
Your wish is pure. Almost. Healing the broken girl is noble. Yet you seek absolution for your forgotten guilt. Your transformation will be slow. Make the most of it.
Quiet now, everyone. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce our new transfer student, Miss Painwheel. Must be foreign.
Hi, everyone. My name is Painwheel. I just moved here from the labs, and I like sewing and puppies and walks on the beach. Nice to meet you!
So yeah, each character has their own specific ending. There really is no multiple endings for each character, but yeah, each character will have its own specific ending, and it pretty much ended with Filia using the skull heart to wish for Carol to have a better life again. However, because she showed a tiny bit of impurity in her heart, meaning that she wanted to make up for her guilt, she will slowly transform into the Skullgirl. So pretty much almost every character isn't gonna have a good ending, to say the least. There are some endings where they would actually destroy the skull heart, and there are some endings where they just use the skull heart in order to make their wish. So yeah, some of these girls will not have the brightest endings. That's a bit unfortunate, but that's the thing about Skullgirls. But yeah, that's pretty much the first part. That's pretty much the first part of this playthrough. I am pretty much looking forward to this playthrough, and like I said, this is gonna be 100% censored uncensored, because I was able to record this entire thing uncensored before the updates pretty much kicked in. So there's a lot of there's some shit that actually been censored, and some that's pretty much cut out, which was really unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. And again, if you really want to know more about that, again, make sure you check out my video I made on Skullgirls. But yeah, that's gonna be it. If you enjoyed this part, be sure to leave a like, as well as hit the subscribe button and turn those notifications on, so you can also be updated on the stuff that I upload. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Until then, this is the Starlight Let's Play signing out. As always, Ngoku Genyo, and I'll see you all in part 2.